Here in the Ivory Coast, the existence of slavery on cotton plantations has been established by UNICEF. But we were traveling in search of slaves in the country's biggest cash crop, cocoa. The Ivory Coast produces nearly half the world's supply, over 100 million tons of cocoa grown on thousands of small plantations. We'd heard rumors that young men were being trafficked from neighboring Mali to work on these plantations as slaves. Nobody had documented this before, yet the slaves were disturbingly easy to find.
There's nothing to stop these young men leaving the plantation, except that they've been trafficked 300 miles from home. They're penniless, and they have no idea where they are. Paid nothing, unable to leave, and totally controlled by the farmer, these men are not simply exploited, they are modern-day slaves. They agreed to talk to us while their master was away at market.
How long have you been working on this plantation?
Yeah.
And how much money have you been paid for your work? And do you find the work on the plantation easy or hard?
Once the cocoa pods have been harvested, the beans are scooped out and dried before being packed for sale. Although cocoa is grown in dozens of countries around the world, the Ivory Coast is by far the biggest producer. Last year, the UK directly imported over £50 million worth of Ivoirian cocoa to satisfy our appetite as some of the biggest chocolate eaters in the world. The average person in Britain munches through the equivalent of over 200 bars of chocolate a year.
Since many of the plantation workers are from Mali, we wanted to talk to Abdul Mako, one of the Malinese consuls in the Ivory Coast. He invited us to his home to meet 19 young men who had recently been freed from slavery on a cocoa plantation.
Bon, voici les enfants dont on vous a parlé. Ils sont au nombre de 19. On vient de les libérer avec l'appui des autorités ivoiriennes. Là, ces jeunes vivaient un véritable esclavage. Ils travaillaient à l'aube très tôt le matin et ils le finissaient après le crépuscule. Aujourd'hui, ils font bon mine parce qu'ils ont demandé à ce qu'ils soient coiffés, sinon ils faisaient beaucoup plus pitié.
Et pourquoi est-il malade?
En fait, il est malade parce que lui, en fait, il vient d'arriver. Il n'a que 6 mois. Donc, il était à une période de dressage, en fait. Malheureusement pour lui, son corps ne peut pas supporter les coups.
After one of the young men finally managed to escape, the consul led a raid on the plantation to liberate those still enslaved.
Le tout était pratiquement isolé du monde entier. Et ils étaient méconnaissables quand on nous a trouvés. Le tout se passait comme s'ils sortaient d'un autre monde. À partir de 20h, 20h30, la cabane est bouclée par un d'entre eux qui est considéré comme le chef. Et chacun rentre dans la cabane avec une vieille boîte de nid d'eau dans laquelle il doit uriner. Il n'est pas question de sortir la nuit pour uriner. Quand ils fuient, ils doivent obligatoirement être rattrapés par leurs camarades. Quand il est rattrapé, il est battu matin et soir pendant les premiers jours. Et quand il n'en peut plus, on le laisse, car lorsque ses plaies sont cicatrisées, on le remet dans le lot pour recommencer le travail. Et on le surveille, on veille sur lui, jusqu'à ce qu'il se ramollisse, qu'il accepte son sort et ses conditions.
The consul has arranged for the boys to go home to Mali, to be reunited with families that may have given up hope of ever seeing them again. For now, they are staying at Consul Mako's home, beginning to recover from years of psychological as well as physical torture.
Rata mo ta kana groupe nyonga patara ma pasisa ko ni don na boli bon na le tigi sorla abana faka serenya fana ba do na ande se ka bori ni fana borla ta ka yoro ti fe e ba ta fa mva abana mine ni fana na mine abana ibugo nyine ma abe sere ki ibugo sisa ka datu gi dalai kumina ka bulu sirti ka sero do ba bugo ya do ba bugo la kofe. You guys have a big group. Proof lies got it.
How long would they be for?
I'm a boy, she has la Ula Fair and it's a woman.
You can't pour chocolate mala. Wow, right.
How old is this child?
He's 18 now.
18 now. Your body is covered in scars. Can you tell us what happened to you?
And we aren't going to be barla. Barana gun, I enforce a barake. Mbura season. Umburamge Utaramina Canambo. A bolaming Bana Nimpara Diglaniona, Tesla Tamatuni, a Lala Tigas or Shemutala Tantaka. Ni far ticket a farber ticket a jur bobola. Ni Abebaraka journeyman, Don Dumoba, Dumuka, Don Turka Dudu, Abanaba, Katubara.
In the time that you were working on the plantation, was anybody killed like this?
Boka for Bebana. Nido Bolanam Amadimina Kake, Atisiga Fuike, about Tagatana Katabla, Katafang of Talatabla.
Tatalabra.
About 40 Qualitabla.
Was anybody here paid any money for their work?
One of Barakota.
And how many years were you working for?
Ngaka Saniluru in Kalwaro, Talibano.
When you think back on what you've had to do for these last 5 years, what does it make you feel?
Only Memiri Alila. That you been Dimi Kononaqua. I've been Dimi Kumashama Jig that Bishuna.
The cocoa goes into making chocolate. Have you ever tasted chocolate? In the rest of the world, millions and millions of people eat chocolate. What would you tell those people?
Limba Feka, Kuma Foma, Sisa, Ulumino Masanga, Dumusisa,
ni segala la ka sɔrɔ n tɛ foyi sɔrɔ la k'a dum n bɛna olu le dɔgɔya n b'a fɔ olu fɛ olu bɛ n ta basi de dumuna ne bɛ segala la ka sɔrɔ n tɛ tɔnɔ sɔrɔ la olu bɛ laban ka na olu bɛ n'ale san ka taa dum ka sɔrɔ n bɛ baara kɛ min fɛ ale tɛ foyi sɔrɔ foyi di ne fɛ n b'olu le dɔgɔya ka f'u fɛ u bɛ n ta basi de dumuna